Morning, everybody. How are you? Pictograms. That's what we were doing yesterday. Can you remember? And you went round your house looking for shapes and putting the data into your table for shapes. What was the most common shape in your house? Which one was the most frequent? Is your house filled with more squares or more circles or triangles or rectangles? And you were also noting down the amount of fruit people in your families or households were consuming in the day. How many bits of fruit did you eat? How did you do yourself as well? Did you put that in your table? Who ate the least fruit in your house yesterday? Right, today we're doing pictograms again. Let me get up Mr. PowerPoint. We'll do our warm-up questions. And then we will begin. Are you ready? Are you excited? Yes! Maths, 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 maths. Okay, hang on. Bear with me. Screen 2. Share. Share, share, share. Share, 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 share. Here we go. Here we go. From beginning. From beginning. We're doing it? Yeah. Right. Pictograms. Get ready. Question 1. How many does each tally represent? You're all superstars at tallies now, aren't you? So look at question 1. And we've got question 1A and question 1B here. How much does each tally represent? Let's start with question A. Have a think and hold the answer in your head. You got it? You got it? Good. What did you get? Say it, whisper it for me. Well, I can see I've got 5 there. So I'm holding 5 in my head. Boom! And then I'm going to count on the rest because there's not another 5 there. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did you get 9? I got 9. You get 9? I got 9. No. Marvellous. 9. Then we've got 1B. See question 1B here? So you're going to find out how much does this tally represent? Top tip while you're working this one out, count in your 5s. I can see quite a few groups of 5 there. Work it out. Go. You got that? You did it? You got an answer? Okay. Whisper your answer to me. What answer did you get? Let's count together. Like I said, we've got groups of 5 here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22. Did you count 22? I counted 22. Should we see if Mr. PowerPoint will give us the answer as we go along? 9, yeah, we did that one. And oh, 5, 10, 15, 20, 22. Okay, next one. Draw tallies to show. Now, if you have a bit of jot paper next to you, you could jot it down on your jot paper, drawing your tallies. Or if you've not got jot paper, you can use your magic air pencil, get it out, wiggle it around, and you can draw the tallies in the air if you want to. 2A is 7. So can you draw your number 7 as a tally, please? Go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you remember the 5? 6, 7. And 2B was, can you draw 11, please? So again, whether it be on your jot paper or your air pen, get it out and have a go at drawing the 11 as a tally. Off you go. You remembered it? You done it? Okay. Let's see if yours was the same as this one's. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross the 5. Because I know 5 and 5 is 10, but I'm not quite at 11 yet. So there should have been your extra one at the end there too. 5, 10, 11. Good. Okay. Question 3 says complete the tally chart. You guys are brilliant at tally charts now. Have a little look at that. Maybe pause me now. Pause me now. Have a look at that. Jot down how many pinks, how many blues, how many greens as a tally, but then there is also the total column as well. So you can write the numeral of the total as well as the tally. Oh, hi. Right, let's have a look. Pink, we've got 1, 2, 3 pink buttons there, haven't we? 2 circle and heart. So there's 3 in total. The blue ones, I can definitely see more blue ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now remember when we did tallies on Tuesday, what you can do, which is hard I know for a warm-up, but when you've got a picture and you're asked to sort out the picture and put them into a tally, remember we were doing crossings off, and you could cross off the pictures as you tallied them, so you know you definitely counted them all. So there's 6 blue there you go, 6 in total. And finally the green, 1, 2, 3, 4 green buttons in total. Let's learn. Oh, hi, little turtle. Oh, it's a tortoise. Hello, Mr. Tortoise. What have you got here for us? Oh, look at those nice shaped pictures, children. There's a whole range of different shapes there, aren't there? I wonder what it's going to ask us to do. Here's a table. Let's read the shape names that are in that table. We've got squares, triangles, decagon, and trapezium. How many sides does a square have? 4. That's right. How many sides does a triangle have? 3. That's right. How many sides does a decagon have? Any idea? If you're shouting out the answer to me right now, give yourself a pat on the back, because that's a tricky question. A decagon has 10 sides, so that's a 10-sided shape. How many sides does a trapezium have? 4. Does have 4. Well done. A trapezium is a 4-sided shape, but 2 of the sides are parallel to each other, like that. So it doesn't look like a square. It's not got equal sides and equal lengths at the sides. You know, they're not all equal. A trapezium is a 4-sided shape, but they might have different length sides. But 2 of those sides have to be parallel. That means they're the same, facing each other. So anyway, the key. So this is going to be a pictogram, not a tally chart, because there's a key here. And the key is telling us that a cross is one shape. We've got that in there. Remember how important a key is when you're doing a pictogram. So let's work out how many squares we can see in the picture. 1 there. I think that's all, isn't it? That's just a 1 square. So we'll just put in a cross. 1 cross. Right, let's move on to triangles. There's a triangle there, so we'll put that across in there. And there's a triangle over there, coloured that in, nice red colour. So we'll put another cross in there, 2 triangles. What's going to be coloured in next? Oh, how many sides does the star have? Get out your counting finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 sides on that star. And what was a 10-sided shape called? A decagon. So we found a decagon shape. We'll put a cross in there then. Oh my goodness. What shape is going to be coloured in next? Another triangle. Let's put another cross into the triangles. Right, there we go. And that leaves us with 2 more white shapes, two shapes that haven't been coloured in yet. Both of those shapes, children, have four sides. Both of those shapes have parallel sides. So can you see this one under the star? There's got its long side there and its short side there, and they're both parallel to each other, like that. That's parallel. So that is a trapezium. And it's the same for this one that looks a bit like a boat. Let's colour it in. There we go, coloured in blue. Can you see it's got four sides too? And look at these two parallel sides, that length and that length. So that means it's a trapezium. There we go, we've put the data into the pictogram table. There's only one square and there's only one decagon. There's two trapeziums, but the most frequent shape is the triangle. Most common shape in these pictures is the triangle. So pause me now and have a go at questions 1 and questions 2 on your worksheet. Make sure you really pay close attention to any keys that there are. Read the questions carefully and do very neat little pictures. Make sure all the pictures have to look the same. Welcome back. How did you get on? It wasn't too bad, was it? Okay. Minutes spent reading. This is an interesting one. Minutes spent reading. And we've got the days down the side. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Minutes spent reading is in this column. On Monday, how many minutes did they read for? 3. On Tuesday, how many minutes did they read for? 10. And on Wednesday, how many minutes did they read for? 8. So lots of information there now. We're going to put that into a pictogram. There we go, look. Now look at the key. Today, the key is a rectangle, a white rectangle, and that rectangle represents 1 minute of reading. Let's see how they've done it. Monday was 3, so they should have drawn 3 rectangles. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, brilliant. Tuesday, they read for 10 minutes. So how many rectangles should they have put in Tuesdays? 10, that's right. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that one's brilliant as well. Wednesday, how many rectangles should they have put in? 8, right. Oh, that's not a rectangle, is it? That's a square. That's confusing. Let's count how many squares there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They've put the right amount in, but it's not right, is it? Because they haven't followed the key. They haven't used a rectangle. They've drawn squares in for Wednesday, so it's not quite right. It doesn't make any sense. Let's see what it should have looked like. There's our empty grid. And let's not forget that we have to make sure every picture drawn into a pictogram is exactly the same size and shape that is drawn in the key. So this is a green rectangle. Monday should have had 3 green rectangles. Absolutely spot on. Tuesday should have had 10 rectangles. And Wednesday needed 8 rectangles, not squares. So if you ever need to draw rectangles in your pictograms, make sure they are rectangles. And if you ever have to draw squares in the pictogram, make sure they are squares and you're not going between the two, which is an easy mistake to make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see how that all lined up? And you can see quite clearly They're the same size and shape. Brilliant. Have a go at question 3 on your sheet now, bearing that in mind. Pause me and come back when you've done it. Read the words really carefully so you definitely know what it's asking you to do. Hello, welcome back. Okay, there's a good question now. A good question to finish off on. It's a word question and it's going to get your brains thinking. We've got 4 friends here and they've all been in lockdown. They've not been able to go out and see their family for a very long time. We're all in that situation, aren't we? So because they can't see them, they've been making video calls to their relatives. Look, this little boy here in his speech bubble. We've been video calling our relatives. Hands up if you've been video calling your relatives. At the beginning of the first lockdown back in March, my granny, she's 80 years old. We got her a tablet and she's never had a tablet before, and we put WhatsApp on there and various other things that use, and she's learned how to use it. It took a while. She's learned how to use it. She's very confident at it now, so we can call her every single day now and have a chit chat to her. We weren't able to do that before, so that's really nice. So I've been calling my relatives. Have you been calling yours? These children have been calling theirs. Let's find out who they've called. So this little boy says, we've called 5 grandmas. So altogether, those children have called 5 grandmas. This little girl says, and twice as many uncles as grandmas. Lots of uncles. But 1 less cousin than uncles. Wow, haven't they been busy doing all their phone calls? But what does it all mean? I think we need to unpick that information, don't we? They've called 5 grandmas. So in our pictogram table that we're making, we're talking about relatives, family members. So that's the title of that column. Now, the first relative member they spoke about was a grandma. So let's start with grandmas, and they gave us that number. They said they called 5 grandmas. So in our pictogram, we can draw 5. Oh, yeah, we don't know what we're going to draw, do we? Why don't we know what we're going to draw in our pictogram? That's right. We've not looked at the key. And when we're doing pictogram work, the key is so important. We can't just make it up. We have to follow the instructions. So let's work out what picture that they're asking us to draw. There we go. Can you see? The key tells us that a green tick represents 1 relative that has been called. 1 green tick is 1 relative. Now they called 5 grandmas, so how many green ticks are we going to put in this row here? That's right, 1, 2, 3. What's happened? What's happened? Did they do a crazy tick? Does that look like the same tick that's in the key? We've got to be very careful when we're drawing out our pictograms that every single picture is the same and not crazy. You've got to use good concentration. Let's get rid of that crazy one and make sure that it looks exactly like the ticks, all the other ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Then it told us the uncles. Now they called twice as many uncles as grandmas. So switch on your number brain. If we've got 5 grandmas, what's twice as many as 5? Another way to say that might be, what is double 5? Twice as many. What is double? So hold out your 5 fingers. There's grandma. Twice as many would be 5. Add 5. 5. Add another 5. Double. Twice as much. How many uncles did they have? That's right. 10. So in the pictogram, making sure we're doing our neat ticks, they've done, there's the grandma amount, and they're doing that again because it's twice as many. 10. Now they also called up their cousins. That was another relative they spoke about. But there was one less cousin than uncles. Well, we worked out that there were 10 uncles, didn't we? So if there are 10 uncles, but one less cousin than uncles, what is one less than 10? There's 10. Can you see my 10? What is one less than 10? One less than 10 is 9. So for our cousins row, you can draw 9 ticks. 1. Oh, there's been 10. That's 10. That's how many uncles there were. This is a way of showing it. That's how many uncles there were, but it's 1 less. So let's get rid of a tick. And there we go. You can see there's 9 ticks. Lots of information there that we had to unpick, wasn't there? But we got there. We can do it. Sometimes with these word problems, we can panic because we lose confidence that we might not understand them, or we might not be able to read the words, but you can because you're really, really good readers now. I think the key is take your time and read it through. If you're a bit stuck, read it through a few times so you know you understand it. Have a go at question 4 on the worksheet. Oh, hi. Have a go at question 4. See how you get on. Oh, can I get it up for you? Maybe, maybe not. No, I can't. I don't push the look. Have a go at question 4. Now, if you come across any problems or you're stuck, and you're panicking, or you're getting your knickers in a twist about anything, just let us know on Seesaw and we can help you out. We'll sort you out. But I think there's some quite nice things to do there. I think you'll enjoy yourselves. Make sure you keep it really nice and neat. Presentation is really important when you're doing pictogram work. I miss you all. Work hard, get it done, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more maths. Bye, everybody. Bye.